Just look at this. I mean, just look at this fantastic looking modern design for a WordPress website. I mean, if you have a restaurant, this would be the perfect design for you. Just imagine one of your clients going to your website, they see this delicious looking shrimp and they immediately know that they simply need to go right away to your restaurant and eat there because your food simply seems delicious. And that is what happens once you are using a theme belonging to TemplateMonster. People simply want to go to your website and get your stuff. Anyway, this is for a restaurant. You can even see that you can provide a menu with the pricing and even provide a map with the location of your restaurant. But even if you don't want to build a restaurant website, you can find all sorts of themes inside of TemplateMonster. You can, for example, find the theme for a business website. Actually, this is a theme that I chose for my new website called jordanalexo.com. This is an ideal theme for a business website because you can also promote products using this theme. As you may see, you can promote products. It looks great. This is a membership platform that you can use. You can promote products. It has great pictures, as you can see. Or even if you want a more multiple purpose design, you can also use it. This one called Monster 2, this is one of the most famous designs that TemplateMonster has. And with this theme, you can basically do all sorts of websites. You can go right below and get a better idea of what exactly you can do using this theme. For example, you can build a website for fitness, you can build a website for photography, for fashion. You can click over here so you can get a preview and get a better idea. And you can do all of this for a very affordable pricing. And that is exactly what I'm going to talk about today. I'm going to talk about TemplateMonster. I'm going to show to you how you can choose a theme for your WordPress website, how you can install it, and also customize the several features that come with these themes. So let's get started. Hi there, this is Journal Lexo, and if you still haven't liked my video, just go right below, click on that thumbs up, and also make sure to subscribe to my YouTube channel so you can receive my weekly video updates where I share with you great, fantastic videos with just packed with tips related to Kindle publishing, online marketing, and also like to do reviews about the products that I enjoy, such as this one belonging to TemplateMonster. At the moment, I am in their website, which is TemplateMonster.com. And even though today I'm going to install a theme for WordPress, you can find inside of their platform themes for other platforms such as Joomla, Magento, and also Shopify and other platforms over here, as you can see. So at the moment I am in their WordPress category, so I can see all of the themes that they have for this specific platform. As I already said before, one of their most famous themes is called Monster 2. This is a multiple purpose theme, which basically just with one theme you can build all sorts of websites. Anyway, what I often like to do is choose a theme that is more specific for a type of website that I want to build. So for you to be able to do that, you just go right below, and as you can see, you have several categories, or basically several niches that you can choose when it comes to designs. So let's say that you want to build, for example, a website for fashion and beauty. You just click on this category, and you can also choose a few other options such as responsive. I recommend for you to choose this option because it's very important for you to nowadays have a theme that can easily adjust to smaller screens such as mobiles, cell phones, and so on. So it's very important for you to have a website prepared for that because more and more people are using those devices to go to websites. Also, you can go below and choose, for example, best seller. So you can see the designs that are selling the best. And then you can see just a thumbnail, just a glimpse to get an idea. But if you want to see better how they look like, what you can do is just click on this link and I mean, this is something that often I may take just a whole day just to choose a theme for my website because they have so many great designs. It's really hard for you to choose a theme sometimes. I actually even contacted their support asking for some help because I was really struggling to choose the theme for my new website. I contacted their support asking for help, which was the design that they consider the best for the type of website that I want to build. Anyway, you can click on live demo, and by doing this, you can actually see that this is a theme that allows you to build several types of mostly photography websites, as it seems to be the case, which is also ideal for fashion because I mean you want to have great images showing the clothing that you actually sell. And if you want to get a better idea, just click on one of this thumbnails and you can see more exactly how they look like. As I already said, I mean their templates are really well designed. They look professional. Anyway, once you decide to choose a specific theme, you just need to go right over here. You can also click on to add to cart. The theme that I got is actually another one. It's this one called the speaker theme. This is the theme that I chose for my new website, this new website over here, and it's the one that I'm going to use as an example for this video. Of course, the options may vary from theme to theme, so the options that you have for your theme may be a bit different if you aren't using this speaker theme. So that is something that is important for you to remember. Anyway, you just need to click on add to cart once you choose a specific theme. And once you are on this page, you can also choose some extra options that you want to integrate with your theme. It's really up to you what you want to choose here. I mean, you can choose some of these options, some of these services that they also provide with their themes. And once you are done, you just press on the checkout now button so you can get your theme and start using it on your website. Okay, so once you get your theme, what you want to do is simply download the files of your theme to your computer. So you go to your profile over here and you press on downloads, and once you do that, you will see that you have over here a download button. If you don't see a download button, you will see over here a link to kind of activate this button, so it will appear, and then you just press download button. And once you do that, it will download the files from this theme to your computer, and you will get something similar to a file like this one over here, which is a zip file, which you simply want to unzip so you can get the necessary files to install on your WordPress website, which I'm going to do now. I'm just going to extract over here. It just takes a few seconds, as you can see. It also includes a documentation of that specific theme. You can click on it and it provides you instructions about that particular theme that you got. So in this case, it's the speaker theme, which is the theme that I'm going to use. So it will correspond to the theme that you got, of course, and it provides more information about how you can use that theme on your WordPress website. Anyway, the file that you want to install when it comes to this is you need to go to themes, and it's this file that you want to install on the WordPress website, which I'm actually going to do now. So at the moment I am in my WordPress website. As you can see, it just has the standard theme, nothing special. And I'm going to my dashboard area over here. And once you are in your dashboard area, you want to go to Appearance, and you want to press Add New. And in this case, what you want to do is simply select this button that says Upload, because you want to upload the file that you got from your theme. So you go to your computer and you try to find the file that you want to upload, which in my case is this one, speaker.zip. So for you, it probably will be another one if you got another theme from TemplateMonster. And you just open this file, and now you just press Install Now, so you can start installing this theme on your WordPress website. Now, once that is done, you just want to activate this theme on your website. And actually I'm going to close this windows because I'm not going to use them anymore. So I'm just going to close them. So I'm going to show to you how my website looks at the moment. So I'm going to actually open this in a new tab. And you can see that, okay, at the moment it has nothing to do with the theme that I got. Has nothing to do, but I'm going to show to you how you can quickly have everything ready for you to start working with the theme that you got. So what you want to do now is simply go to the plugin section. You want to go to the plugin section, and once again, it depends on the theme that you got. It may be a bit different from mine, but in this case, this recommends me to install this plugin called Cherry Plugin Wizard. So that is exactly what I'm going to do now. I'm going to begin installing plugin, and I'm going to install this plugin on my WordPress website. And basically what this plugin will do is, it's actually already done. And as you can see, it's already installed. But what this plugin will do is basically install a package of plugins that are recommended for me to use with this specific theme. And as you can see, once you go over here to this section called Plugin Wizard, you probably will see everything okay. In my case, it maximum execution time 30 seconds, and it says 60 seconds. Okay, I'm just going to press next. It's not a big deal. And I'm going to start installing the plugins that are recommended for this specific theme just by doing this. At the moment, I mean, later on, if you want to delete a few plugins because you see that they are just not necessary for you because you don't need to use them, then you can do that later on. But initially, I recommend for you to install all of these plugins because probably some of these plugins you will need, others you won't need, and you just delete them. And also, if you have content already inside of your WordPress website, I always recommend for you to first do a backup before you start doing any kind of changes. So that is something that is also important for you to do. Anyway, in this case, I'm just going to install all of these plugins, which will take me a few seconds to happen. So now once you have all of the plugins installed on your WordPress website, this is the window that you will be able to see. It has 3 different options, and I'm going to explain them. So the first option, if you already have content inside of your WordPress website, you can choose the first option. Basically what it will do is it will install all of the demo content from that template. That means the images, the design, all of the content, the posts also from that specific template. It will install all of that, but also it will include the content that you already have inside of your WordPress website. Once again, as I already said before, always do a backup of your website in case there is something that happens or you simply don't like something about your website, even though, well, you just see. Anyway, the second option is the one that I'm going to use because I have no content inside of my website, and I'm just going to basically replace everything inside of my website with the demo content. Anyway, if you don't want to install the demo content on your website, just use the third option. Now I'm just going to press next, and it will ask me basically the password for this, which I have over here. Let's just copy and paste it and start importing content, and this will just take a few seconds. Okay, so now that everything has been installed, let's just take a look and see how my website looks at the moment. It should look exactly the same as you saw before. So it looks exactly the same. It installed all of the demo content, all of the images, the posts and everything. And I just find it easier for you to install the demo content, and from there you basically delete the posts that you don't need, the images that you don't need, and basically exchange them for your own content. But this way you immediately get the design, and that is one of the main reasons why you actually got probably the theme, is because of the front page design, because you liked it. So this way it's just very quick for you to get the design exactly the same as you saw before in the demo. Anyway, if you want, what you can do is you can start deleting some of the content that you don't need. You can go to posts and delete the posts over here. In my case, I'm not going to do that because I'm going to use this to better showcase this theme. So I'm not going to delete anything, but basically that is the idea. You just install the demo, you get quickly the design, and from there you can start deleting and building your own content using that design. Anyway, the first thing I'm going to change here is simply this menu, because as you can see, it has plenty of different options, and I'm going to change this. Actually, this options, once you click, you can see that it immediately goes to this particular section, and that is because it has an anchor link, which allows me to go to each particular section. So what I'm going to do is I'm going simply to the appearance, and I'm going to click on menu, and I'm going to delete this specific menu because I certainly won't need so many options as through that theme. So I'm going to choose main menu, which is this one, and I'm going to delete this one because I don't need it. And I'm just going to use this. So I'm going to delete this. I'm going to create a new main menu with the options that I want. I commonly have a menu that is simpler than this one. Of course, if you have ideas of building a bigger website, probably will include more options. And I'm just going to create a new menu. And from here, I'm going to call this just main and press create menu, and I'm going to add the options that I want. So for this, I'm going to add custom links, and this will be for my homepage. So it's just copy the URL from my homepage, paste it here, and just add this to menu, just like this. And now I also want to include the about. But I also want to, once someone clicks, goes to the about section over here on my front page. So for me to do that, as you can see, once I over a particular link here, you can see that right below, you can see the link that you need to use. It actually has this sign, which I don't remember how you call it, but in English. But so it's let's see, about. Yeah, so it's basically this address over here, and I just paste it here, call this about. And what I'm going to do here differently is just add this symbol and also add about. So when someone clicks on this link, they're immediately taken to that section. And I'm going to also include a blog. So I'm going to include a blog. I'm actually not certain about the link for this, so I'm going to let's check. Let's see over here if it has a blog. It actually has. So let's check the link. It's just blog. So I'm going to include over here a blog. So when someone clicks on that section, they're taken to my blog, and also a contact. So this is basically the standard information that people integrate. So I'm just going to include this link also. So contacts, and call this contact. And add to menu. And now I'm going to choose the section where I want to integrate this menu. So in this case, it's the main section, which is this one here. And I'm just going to press save menu so I can save this options, and I'm going to refresh my front page and see how it looks like and see if everything is working correctly. As you can see, it looks far simpler. And once someone clicks on it, it's working well. As you can see, people are immediately taken to the section in my front page. And what you may want to do is check the blog section and get a better idea of how it looks like with the demo content. And as you can see, it looks pretty good, pretty clean, with a sidebar section where you can later on include for example, a subscription box to your email listing, advertisement to products that you want to promote inside of your website. This could be your blog section where you have content related to your niche to help your audience, your readers. And it's a pretty good blog section, as you can see. Very good blog section. Okay, that is done. So that is the menu here. And now what I'm going to change is the logo, because that is probably something that you immediately want to change, is the logo. And for me to be able to do that, change a few options over here. For me to be able to do that, I need to go to customize. So I'm going to click on customize. Okay, so once you are taken to customize, you can change a few options belonging to your website. So I'm going to try to go one by one and show to you what you can do. So this is the tagline, which is basically this over here, which I don't want to show inside of my website because I don't like it. Actually, show page preloader. I like that. I'm going to leave it. Anyway, this may take just a few seconds. So it's, as you can see, it disappeared the tagline. That's what you can do there. And if you want to add a logo, in my case, I did it in Photoshop. You can use Photoshop to create your own logo, or you can use another image editing software such as GIMP, or you can even go to Fiverr.com. You can go to that website and basically pay $5 to someone to make your own logo for your website. But in my case, I already have that done, so I'm going to include my own logo. And I'm going to go over here and I want to include a retina logo for this. So I'm going over here and I'm going to upload from my computer here an image, which is this one. This is my logo. And I'm going to have this here. Actually, you can see it's kind of small. I probably would want to increase a bit now that I'm checking it out. So I would increase a bit the sizing of this logo. Let me check over here. Yeah, it's a bit small. I would increase the sizing a bit, but you can get the idea. It's a nice looking logo that you can integrate here. And also you may want to include a fav icon, which is this small icon that appears on the top section. It always makes a website look more professional, so I recommend for you to include one. And you can see the sizing that you need to actually create an image like this, 512 pixels by 512 pixels. So in this case, I'm going to change image and I'm going to get the fav icon that I actually created for this, which is this one. And I'm just going to include it. Crop image. Actually, I don't need to. I'm just going to skip it. And you can see it already changed the fav icon on my top section. So this is what you can do in this area. Then you have breadcrumbs, which is something that I don't like to use on my websites. But if you have a website that later on will have a very complex hierarchy, you may want to use breadcrumbs because it allows your your visitors to more easily navigate throughout your website. So in my case, I'm not going to use this. I often have very simple websites just with 1 or 2 pages deep and so on, so I don't use that. And in this case, I'm going to include all of this because I like social sharing buttons. It allows people to more easily share the content inside of my website, inside of Facebook and so on. And also this is the header type. And in this case, I'm going to, you may want to change over here, the sidebar width. In this case, I'm just going to leave everything here. And color scheme, this is something that you may want to change, but notice that this front page over here is actually using a plugin called Elementor. Elementor is a plugin which I'm going to talk later on briefly. It's a plugin that allows you to easily create all sorts of pages that look very impressive, just like this one. So once you change the colors here, you won't notice that it will change inside of your front page. But if you go to your blog section, so I'm actually going to click on my blog section, what you will notice is it will actually change the colors here because the front page is working with Elementor, so you won't notice. So once I change this first color, you can see that it changed here. So what you want to do is, if you want to change the colors of your theme, I recommend for you to change these colors over here. And what you can do then is just save this Xcoding to a, let's say, to a notepad. And then once you go to your front page and start editing the colors of your front page, then you just use this Xcode so you can get exactly the same colors throughout your website. Anyway, this is, as you can see, this is for this blog section and so on. I can change all of these colors. Also, I can change the colors of the links inside of my website. But actually, the thing about this theme is I even enjoy the colors of this theme. And normally I don't even like orange, but in this case, I really enjoy the orange with this theme, and I'm not going to change any of these colors here. So I'm just going to leave these colors. You can also change the background color here. Background image. I'm not going to, I normally don't like to include background images. Now the part that I consider important is the typography. So basically the font family that you are using throughout your website. This is something that often you want to change. And I'm going to choose this option. First, I'm going to start by changing the body text. When it comes to this, the font that I nearly always use for all of my websites is Arial, has first font, and also Helvetica has my second font. So if someone goes to my website and they simply don't have installed on their computer Arial, they can still see my content in this second font family. So that's why you actually see two different fonts here. And I like Arial because it's a very clean font. It's very simple for people to read the content inside of my website. And when it comes to sizing, I'm going to include 17 pixels because this allows people to very easily read the content inside of my website. I'm actually going to the blog section here so you can see more. Actually, I should have clicked there. Actually, I did this wrong, but should have clicked here. Also, so you can see more easily. So this is for body test, so the content inside of your post. Now for headers, basically the same thing, and I'm going to do this very quickly. So I'm going to choose the first font. I'm not going to change the sizing for this heading because it's a good sizing already. And I'm going to also do the same thing for header 2 and also for header over here, header 3. And normally I won't even waste time changing header 4 and header 5 because I simply don't use those headings inside of my website. So I'm not going to change that. Breadcrumbs, as I already said, I'm not going to use, so I'm not going to change anything here. And I'm going to change meta. So I'm going to, once again, I want to include all of the same font family inside of my website so it looks good and people don't see contrasting fonts. So this is for my main menu. As you can see, it looks very clean. And you can even increase the sizing if you want over here for your heading. So 14 pixels. And also MISC, I'm actually not going to include this. So that's basically what I do over here in typography. Header, let's see over here, header, you have different styles. Actually, I'm going to the front page here and I'm going to show to you what you can do here. Actually, the style that I'm going to choose is style 1, but you can choose other styles for this, such as style 3, and you can see that it basically changes the design of your header a bit. So this is, I wouldn't use this one. I mean, this is kind of a style I wouldn't use. I like the first one. I mean, when I chose this theme, I basically immediately enjoyed everything inside of this theme, all of the design of this theme. So there's not many things that I actually need to change along this theme. You can also include a background image over here. And that is basically everything here that I do. Header contact, show header contact if you want to include over here a contact. This is ideal if you have a mortar and brick business. This is ideal for that. you can include the information over here. As you can see, you can change it inside of description. Over here, a description that you want, and so on, and also the phone number. Not something that I'm going to use because my website is online business, so I don't need that. Other elements, I'm going to show the search box. That's something that I always find useful. If someone goes to my website, they want to find the particular content inside of my website, they can use this option. Also, you can include a call to action on the header section of your website if you want, which I'm not going to do. And let's see another option. I'm actually going to uncheck this option because I don't want it. As you can see, this is the option right on top, which you saw the phone number and so on. So I'm not going to include this option here. I don't want it. And basically that is everything that I do here. Okay, this is for the menus. You can also change this. In this case, this is the menu style. Let's check over here the second option. Changes a bit. I like the first option. I just like the first option here. And yeah, that is basically everything I do here. Now what you can do is, this is for menus. If you want to change the menus that you have, including in the footer section, you can also change it here. I'm going to include this. This is for the sidebar, MailChimp, widgets, and also footer. Let's check footer, which is over here. So when it comes to this is something that you certainly want to change. I mean, you want to change this information here because Timpex is probably not exactly the name of your website. So I'm just going to delete this information and just include Jordan Alexo, just like that. And there you go. You can also change the footer design if you want. This is basically the nearest one, but you can also change the one that I want to use is let me check here. This is another one, but I think it's 2. This is also good. I like this one here. I'm going to leave this one. And also you can change the widgets, or you can even exclude them if you don't want to use them, just like this. I'm actually going to include this area. I like it. But you can also choose the number of widgets that you want appearing inside of your footer section. In this case, there are 4, which is this one that says Instagram, recent posts, services, and this last one over here. But you can also choose another one. The other thing that you should actually do, and that I kind of forgot to mention before anyway, is over here the social media buttons. You want to include your links, which I'm going to show to you how you can do just after this. And basically that is everything that I do over here, and I just publish changes, and yeah, that is basically everything that I do over here. So I'm just going to refresh this page. I just did some little changes because the major changes that you can do to your front page is using Elementor, but using the customize option allows you to change a few aspects over here. I actually didn't include my logo for some reason. Not sure why. It's having some kind of problem here. Let's check it. Actually, I think I need to include over here for logo. So I'm going to include here and include also here. I'm going to include in every single one of them, so to make sure that it appears. And I'm just going to publish changes here. Yeah, now at the moment it looks bigger because it was missing this first image that I didn't include. Now it certainly is working, and I'm just going to refresh this page and you will be able to see my logo. Now, this is actually a good sizing for a logo. It looks clean, it looks good. And basically that is the front. This is the options that you can change using customize. Now I was talking about the social media buttons, so that is something that you probably want to change And let's just go to the dashboard area. You want to go over here to menus once again, and you want to select the social options over here. And what you want to do is include the links for your Facebook and also for your YouTube or any other social media network that you are using. So once someone clicks on the button, they are taken to, in this case, to the YouTube. If they click on the YouTube button, they are taken to your own YouTube channel. So mine is, if I'm not wrong, is this one. Actually, I have the link over here, and let's just save this over here, and I'm going to refresh this page so you can get a better idea of how it looks like. So when someone clicks on this, they are taken to my YouTube channel, as you can see. So this is a great way for you to promote your other social media networks that belong to your website. So that is the few changes that you can do here. Now, when it comes to changing the front page, as I already said, you have a plugin called Elementor for this. This is one of the main things about this theme, is this plugin called Elementor. And you need to go to pages, and once you go to pages, you will see several pages here. But the one that you want to use for this purpose is this one. And you want to click on Edit with Elementor. Okay, so now we are inside of Elementor. Now, Elementor is a plugin, and it's a plugin that allows you to construct this type of pages. And it's not exactly a complex plugin for you to use, but it certainly has plenty of options. And I'm not going to explain all of them because there are really plenty of options that you can use. I actually did a review, a tutorial about this plugin quite a while ago, but I noticed that a lot of these features have changed, because I think I already did that about a year ago or something like that. And these are the several elements that you can include inside of your front page to create all sorts of different types of pages. As you can see, this is an element and so on. You can, for example, if you want to change the content, you just click on one of these boxes and you can do this. But you can also include new elements by going exactly over here, and you can include columns just by, this is a drag and drop system that you can use. You can include text and also delete it because I don't want that. You can include buttons. As you can see, you have plenty of different elements that you can include to your template, and you have plenty of different ones, including a contact form. As you can see, you can even include and that is something that I will later on include inside of my front page, because this is the design that I'm going to use for my website, Jordan Alexo. And something that I'm going to include later on is an opt-in box. So whenever someone goes to this front page, they see over here an image that I will add later on, and they can opt in to my email listing. So that is something that you can also do using Elementor. Anyway, what you probably want to do initially is just change this content, include your content, and you can either write new content here using this box on the side, or you can also write inside of this box. Let's say, do you want to make I don't know, $10,000 per month or something like that, because this is a make money online website. So I'm going to change the color for this font. I'm just going to test, and I'm going to, as you can see, this is what is actually changing the color for this. I'm just going to make it white, and I just put over here 3 Fs because that is the X coding for white, and you can see that immediately changes the color here. And you can also change the information, all of the information pretty much. For example, grab my free let's say video course to make money as an affiliate marketer, and I would include this information. I can even, just like any test editor, you can change. If you don't see this box below, just click on this option. You can see other options appearing. It allows you to make links, just the standard options that come with a test editor that belongs to WordPress. I mean, if you already use WordPress, it's pretty much the same options here. The other thing that you may want to choose to change is the color of this button if you selected a different color for this. So you go to styles, and once you go to style, I'm not going to change the color, but you may want to change it because you probably chose a different color before, and this is something that you may want to change to just better to the color that you chose for your design. But in this case, I'm just going to keep the standard color here. And you can also increase the sizing a bit. Let's say add over here some padding. I'm actually going to unlink this because, as you can see, at the moment what is happening is it's immediately putting all of the same sizes in all of these sections, in the right section, the bottom, and so on. So I'm going to unlink this so I can better adjust this. Let's say 50 pixels here and also 50 pixels left, because this is a button that you really want to make it big, bold, easy for people to see. It's a call to action, and you certainly want to make this look like that. And you can also change the content, like you go over to the content tab, get my free course now, something like that. And also I'm going to increase the sizing here, large. That's very visible, as you can see. And I'm not going to change anything here. These are the few options that you can immediately change. If you want to delete a particular section because you don't want it, you can click on, once you select a specific section, you can click on this delete section, which immediately deletes whatever you want here. And probably what you want to do is also change this background image and put one where you are or someone else is, and so on. Another image. Actually, I did something wrong here. Something that I've noticed, just kind of, it's not a huge deal, but something that I've noticed is sometimes, I mean, once you don't have, for example, a section on top, sometimes this first section is a bit hard for you to select what you want. For example, if you want to change this background image. So what I recommend for you to do is simply grab this first section, position on the top, and this allows you to more easily select this section and change this image on the background, which is exactly what I'm going to do now. So I'm just going to press over here, edit section, so I can change this section. And then I'm going to style, and you can see the background image here. And I created an image for this. It's not exactly the image that I'm going to leave later on because I need to get an image with more quality, but I did one using Photoshop for this, which is this one. And I mean, after you saw the other image previously, I mean, it looks really good, and it's hard for you to get something that looks that good. So actually, you don't see me over here, but I'm just going to update this and show to you how the website looks at the moment. You can see I'm over here on the side. I need to get an image with more quality. Something that I may actually do if you have yourself on the left side, in the right side, in this case, you want to probably push this test to the right side so it's more visible. So for you to do that, you simply grab over here and just drag and drop to the other section on the side, just like this, and just do this. Okay, just like that. You may want to increase. As you can see, you just put your mouse on this border, so it allows you to increase the sizing a bit here, just like that. Okay, press update. just like this, and now it looks pretty good. Okay, so I need to get actually a better image for this, but you get the idea. So you basically need to play around with the several options that you can find in the front page. You probably want to put over here some, this would be the about section, so you may want to put some information about your company, about yourself. I am an online entrepreneur, blah blah blah, some information here. And you may want to include another image. You just select the image, as you can see, just select the image, and you press over here to upload an image that you have installed on your computer. Let's say this one, even though this is not an image of myself, which later on I'm also going to include, but it gives you an idea of how you can easily use Elementor to change your front page, and you just need to spend some time changing the several options. As you can see, you can choose one of these boxes, and once you choose one of these boxes, you can change the content here. So you just change the content one by one, and you go section to section, see what you want, see what you don't want, include what you don't want, and so on. If you have some kind of membership, you can use this option here for that. And you just go ahead and delete the sections, change the sections, select the section that you want to change, use the options to configure on the side, and pretty much you slowly but surely just build the front page the way that you want using Elementor, and also using a template belonging to TemplateMonster. As you can see, it is pretty simple for you to use Elementor. Just need to spend there some time, and then soon after you will have a website that looks pretty good. Actually, I need to change this about us here, so I'm just going to drag this section right below for me actually to do this. So actually I'm struggling here. As I said, sometimes it's hard for you to basically drag the top section, so that's the reason why I did that, include that on the top section here. Anyway, that is what you can do with TemplateMonster and getting a theme from them, and also using this plugin called Elementor, which is pretty much one of the most important plugins that you will install using a theme from TemplateMonster. Okay, so that is all for this video. If you want to get a template from TemplateMonster, make sure to go right below to the description from this video. Click on that link that you can see over there, so you can get a great theme for your WordPress website that looks professional, that is fully customizable, that allows you to do all crazy and sorts of types of websites and so on. Just go right below, click on that link. Also, make sure to like this video by clicking on the thumbs up button if you still haven't done it, and also make sure to subscribe to my YouTube channel so you can receive my weekly video updates where I share with you amazing content. That is all for now. Stay tuned with Jordan Alexo, and bye.